Alright, now that we have this, let's go into Photoshop and prep it out. So open. And there's my swamp weeds. So what I'll do with this is a couple things. I'll grab some color from it, make a new layer, put the layer down here, and then fill this layer. Okay. Then I'll go over to channels, and I'll need an alpha 1. Switch back to layers just for a second so I can grab this. So hold control, click over this little window, and bam, I have selected just the weeds. Go to channels, make a new alpha, and I like to fill this with white. Incidentally, you can hold Alt and click this button too, but I like just making the alpha and filling it with the fill tool. There we go. So we got layer 0, 1, and alpha 1. Alright, we're ready. Save as. TGA. Call this weeds 2. I want alpha channels in here. And I need this to be 32-bit. Hop over to Maya for a sec. I'll show you how to make this thing you need. So I'll launch a new Maya. Alright. So I'm just going to go create polygon primitives plane. Make that a little bit bigger. And here's a little trick I learned with the UVs to make sure which way is up. I'll take the subdivision width down and leave the height. That way I know to rotate this way. $90. And I might have to flip that around, but oh well. Okay, let's see which way is up. I go like this, hyper shade. And I'll drag that texture into here for a sec. Okay, I'll make a new Lambert. Go to textures, double click that one that I just dragged in. Double click on it over here. And then middle mouse button, click and drag it over to here and choose default. Default will launch it onto not only the mesh, but assign the transparency to it. Then middle mouse button, click and drag it over to here. And hit 6. Good. Now we can go over here to polyplane and turn the subdivision height off. Shift D to duplicate it, rotate it. Or you can middle mouse button, click and drag over like this. So click here, middle mouse button, click and drag, and I can only rotate in that one axis. Now you can duplicate this a couple times until you get a clump that looks like that. Grab it all and go mesh combine. Perfect. Now I like centering this, so I hit dog and Victor and kind of try to put it within that center. I think it's dog and C though. Hold on. Dog first. Yep. Dog first, or D on the keyboard, and then C allows you to snap it to an edge. So I'll just try to eyeball it to the center of that. And then X on the keyboard allows you to snap it. And then drag it completely down until it's right there. And dog and X. So basically I've set the bottom of the picture to the center of the world. Is that necessary? Not really. It's just me being OCD. But that's still, it's nice that when it plops in where the ground is ready to be put right at the bottom of the plant. Okay. So we export this out. Export selection. You'll have to make this either bigger or smaller. I'll show you how to scale that up later. I need to export this as FBX. It's not in here. So Window, Settings and Preferences, Plugin Manager, and turn on FBX. Close that out and export. I'll name this Weed Mesh 3. I already have a 1 and 2. Perfect. So now that we have the mesh, we have the color map. In the next video, I'll show you how to put it all together in the UDK.